Ukrainian soldiers continue to defend the territory of Ukraine along the entire front line, thanks to the use of FPV drones. They are successfully repelling Russian attacks, according to the North Operational Command. The video showed the work of a consolidated unit of the 153rd Separate Mechanized Brigade. Despite Russian troops' significant losses in equipment and manpower, are stubbornly trying to break through the Ukrainian positions. But Ukrainian soldiers are standing firm, not giving Russian invaders a single chance. The video caption reads, "The command notes the effective work of the FPV drone crew, which has become a real small artillery and short-range aviation. During one of Russia's attempts to break through, aerial reconnaissance detected Russian movement and tracked its direction and position. As a result of an accurate strike by an FPV drone with a thermobaric munition, Russian troops suffered serious losses. On December 2nd, the Russian army lost 1,780 soldiers, 8 tanks, and 22 armored combat vehicles at the front. And 201 combat engagements took place on the front line over the past day. On December 4th, half of the fighting was recorded in the Pokrovsk and Kurakhove directions. One of the recordings shows Ukrainian forces destroyed a Russian tank, several armored vehicles, and decimated Russian infantry during recent clashes that are expected to become increasingly bloody. Currently, Ukrainian troops have successfully repelled at least 2 Russian assaults in the Kurakhove sector of the Donetsk region in recent days, according to a report from the Kortitsia Operational Strategic Group on Telegram. On the morning of Tuesday, December 3, the group reported that Ukrainian paratroopers had thwarted a Russian assault, neutralizing 4 infantry fighting vehicles, BMP. The enemy deployed a column of armored vehicles to storm the positions of the defenders from the Jaeger Brigade, the report said. The 71st Separate Jaeger Brigade released a video, which could not independently verify, showing the assault and the subsequent Ukrainian counterattack. Thanks to coordinated efforts between UAV pilots and artillery units, the movement of Russian military equipment was halted. The result of the operation, 4 enemy combat vehicles were destroyed and damaged, and later on, December 3, the Kortitsia group reported that Ukrainian Marines not only obliterated the armored column, but also eliminated Russian infantry, although the exact number of casualties was not specified. The 37th Separate Marine Brigade published footage showing Ukrainian artillery and strike drones targeting Russian troops. And the Marines also destroyed a column that included a tank, armored combat vehicles, and additional BMPs. Through a combination of drone attacks and artillery strikes, Ukrainian forces were able to neutralize the remaining infantry attempting to storm Ukrainian positions. Russian forces are focusing on capturing Kurakhove, a frontline town in the Donetsk region and the nearby Kurakhove Reservoir, to establish a bridgehead for an assault on Pokrovsk. Ivan Timochko, head of the Council of Reservists of the Land Forces of Ukraine, told Espresso on December 3 that Russian troops aim to block the Zaporizhia-Donetsk supply route, a key logistical lifeline for Ukrainian forces in Kurakhove. Heavy, bloody battles are expected in this sector, Timochko said, while an anonymous source in Ukraine's defense forces told media on November 19 that Russian troops were trying to encircle Kurakhove by cutting off its supply chain along the Kostiantinople-Kurakhove road. Fighting is ongoing within Kurakhove. The central part of the city is under enemy fire control, the source revealed. The Institute for the Study of War, ISW, stated that Russian military leadership likely considers capturing Selidov, Vuhledar, and Kurakhove critical for aligning the front line in western Donetsk. At the same time, this would enable further offensive operations toward Pokrovsk. However, reducing and consolidating the front line in western Donetsk could allow Russian forces currently engaged in the northern and southern sectors of Kurakhove to redeploy for intensified assaults on Pokrovsk while securing their southern flank. Russian forces attempted to seize and hold a bridgehead on the right, west bank of the Oskol River in the Kharkiv region, near the village of Novomlinsk. Ukrainian troops successfully repelled the assault, according to a report from the Kortitsia Operational Strategic Group on Telegram. The Oskol River has long served as a key front line in eastern Ukraine, and the right bank of the Oskol is under the control of the defense forces. Ukrainian flags are flying over Novomlinsk, read the caption accompanying a video released by the group. The drone footage shows part of the Russian assault and ends with the raising of the Ukrainian flag in Novomlinsk. A Ukrainian soldier in the video said, "The defense forces have recaptured the settlement of Novomlinsk. I am raising the flag. Glory to Ukraine." In the report states that despite their numerical advantage, Russian soldiers managed to cross the water barrier. But Ukrainian forces, backed by artillery and UAV units, have successfully driven them out of the bridgehead. The 8th Separate Assault Battalion of the 10th Separate Mountain Assault Brigade, Edelweiss, played a key role in clearing the area around Novomlinsk of Russian forces, as per the report. On Tuesday, December 3, Russia claimed advances on the eastern and southern fronts, asserting that it had improved its tactical position in the northeastern Kharkiv region near Kupiansk. Meanwhile, Russian forces have continued their advance in the Kharkiv region near the Russian border, closing in on Kupiansk, a key civilian hub divided by the Oskol River. Kupiansk fell under Russian occupation early in the invasion. When its mayor surrendered to Kremlin forces, Ukraine reclaimed the town in September 2022 during a rapid counteroffensive that liberated large parts of the Kharkiv region. On November 13, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, AFU, reported an attempt by Russian troops to breach AFU defenses in the Kupiansk sector. Russian assault groups launched attacks in 4 waves, with some soldiers disguised in Ukrainian uniforms, and local authorities later confirmed that the Russian landing force, which had managed to break through to the left bank of Kupiansk, was ultimately repelled, and the attackers were eliminated.